Welcome to the Online Flooring Expo. Thank you so much for joining us here. I know this is a little bit of a crazy time, but we thought this is just the perfect place for us just to get to know you a little bit better and really understand what Wanabi is all about.
Great. Well, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be talking about WanabiWood, my company and all the products, and pleased to meet you.
Renalde, I'd love to know a little bit more about how you got into the flooring industry, because for a successful woman in quite a male-dominated industry, that must have been quite a journey.
It was, definitely. So I came from my background is in the tile industry, a family business that's still going, and with my mom and my sister. And from there, I was introduced to an LVT plank, and I was completely blown away by it. And I did a lot of research. And during that time, I was on maternity leave. I was pregnant. So I had a lot of time on my hands just before baby arrived. And I did a lot of research, got a lot of samples. I did a expo and I introduced the products. And it was so well received that I took a risk and I imported 4 containers. Wow. And from there, it just flew. And I'm probably the second person in the country that introduced vinyl, LVTs as we know it. So it was a huge risk, but I was ready for a challenge and I was ready for something new. And I could see that there was definitely a niche in the market for it. People were ready for it.
You definitely had the foresight, because we just see the LVT market in the global market right now, and it's absolutely crazy. And then again, 5 years ahead of the SPC trend as well. So what's next, Renalde? I want to know. I want to know that inside track.
We're focusing a lot on the commercial side as well as the end user. So we are looking at very entry-level products that will fit Mrs. Jones' budget. But we are looking at a lot of more commercial, when I say commercial, supermarket kind of ranges that people have been asking me to import. Without sharing too much information, I don't have any samples, unfortunately, to show you as well. But this will be launched hopefully by, obviously depending on the circumstances, by the end of this year. But that will definitely help for the more heavy commercial, factory type, supermarkets kind of flooring, where there's definitely a shortage.
You have quite a beautiful range of products in a couple of different genres. Would you be able to just, like, for those that don't know the Wanabi range, if you could just give us an overview of what you have on offer?
Absolutely. We used to have about 9 to 10 ranges in the market, but we simplified it. Currently, we have 4 ranges in the market. We are launching another 3 at the end of the year. So what we currently have in the market is a new Superior range, which is a 1.5 meter length LVT, 2.5 millimeter with a 0.3. Lovely. And very natural, authentic looking colors. We've got 8 colors in that range. Then we've got our classic range, which is more the heavy commercial, 0.55 wear layer, where we have 11 colors. That's mostly for your commercial and your heavy commercial wear layer. And then we've got our a new range that we launched, which we're very excited about. This is our Eco Tile range, which basically mimics the look and the feel of your porcelain tile, your cement look, your stone look, your terrazzo. What we find is not everybody wants the vinyl, but they're not necessarily after the wood look vinyl. So we launched this at the beginning of the year, and especially on the commercial side, the professionals, they are absolutely loving this, and the interior decorators, because it's new and it's a quarter of the price of the real thing. So this is really taken off very well in the market. That's our new baby. And then we've got a click system, which is our Smart Core Click, which is a 5.5 thickness with a 0.55 wear layer. 50% stone particles, limestone. So that's from a contraction point of view, minimalistic, basically. So we've had that product in the market now for about 5 years.
Is that like what people would recognize as a stone plastic composite, a SPC? Or
That's exactly it, yeah. And we haven't had any failures in this African environment.
that is absolutely great, because I know that is so popular. But just getting back to your Echo range, I know the Echo, that look and feel is so popular at the moment, because people are also wanting to mix the wood with the cementitious or the porcelain
That's
tiles.
exactly it, yes, yes. Our most popular, funny enough, is the gravel slate.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, which I wasn't, at the beginning, I was a little bit nervous about it, but this is our most popular ones. The interior decorators love it. And in an open space, you don't see the lines. So it's completely flawless.
Renalde, with regards to the industry, and we all know that the market needs training to install, especially luxury vinyl tiles, correctly. What is your opinion with regards to going forward and making sure that the skills are getting down to the installer level, that we can somehow help them along or safeguard your installation, their installation as we go forward?
Very funny enough that you mentioned that. We have been working for years for South Africa Vinyl Association, but we have found that we need a personal touch with our customers when it comes to installation. So we have actually set up a showroom, and we have set up a training room just to facilitate the ABCs of the installation, to go through the do's and the don'ts, and to educate, and obviously to talk about what we have experienced and what we have learned, what to avoid, and what supporting products to use. There are a lot of inferior products out there that people are unfortunately trying out to get the jobs. And then obviously the first thing is it's product failure. So at the end of the day, we need to be able to protect our product when it comes to installation. So we are taking the initiative from a personal point of view to train our customers, or to give them the support, either on site, on their site where their customer is, or some sort of a training at our warehouse, which we have set up.
What exactly makes Wanabi unique? And because I know you've got a hell of a reputation, but what is that secret sauce?
Sure, Barry, there's quite a few, to be honest. We pride ourselves firstly on the quality of our products. We don't just buy from factories. I've personally visited the factories, but we don't deal directly with the factories. We get all our products tested through IFR labs. We have representatives from the IFR labs through China Link present throughout our productions at each of the factories. So quality-wise, it's guaranteed. Quality assured. We have a huge variety of beautiful colors, all authentic, natural-looking colors. There's definitely a color in the box for each installation. Other than that, I must say we have a huge, strong team when it comes to technicality, as well as the flooring industry. Together, we have about over 200 years of experience, to be honest. My team, including agents from all over the country, they've all been in the flooring industry from 30 to 40 years. And I think that is a major tick in the box. Other than obviously just always having stock. There's hardly been an order that we have been able to fill. We have warehouses all over the country, neighboring countries as well. So if we can't supply in Johannesburg, then we pull from Cape Town or Durban or Eastern Cape. So yes, again, we pride ourselves on our stock holding.
I know stock holding is absolutely crazy at the moment, especially with exchange rates going up and down, and then COVID hitting China and the ports closing. But you touched on a key point that I actually wanted to ask a question on is is your product available cross-border, like sub-Saharan Africa or neighboring countries?
It is. We have agencies that we set up in neighboring countries, Mozambique, Namibia, Tanzania, all over. It's taken us a while to identify the correct people, but I must be honest, since the middle of last year, we managed to get it right. Unfortunately, just as this all happened, we had everything set out to arrange training and to get products to them. Unfortunately, that's now been stopped now with the ports being closed. But that's why we're in gear. We can't wait. Everything is just set. So, but you know, everything happens for a reason. It's given us a breather as well, just to rethink things, rebrand things, relook at everything we're doing wrong, and just correct it before we go in. So, all positive this side, and just looking forward and looking ahead.
So, as a closing thought, I would love it if you would share some thoughts around what our industry could do to get through this crisis. Obviously, there's varying levels of impact, but do you have some specific insight you'd like to share with the flooring industry that might put some golden nuggets into the mix today?
Sure. You know, just to hang in there. Don't overthink things. Everything will come right. Just take it day by day. Breathe through it. Don't overthink it, like I said. Don't get consumed by it. We've all been thrown some sort of challenges in our life. This is just another challenge, and we will all get through it as we get through all our other challenges. And we will get through it together.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's the attitude to really have, is to be positive and focus on what you can evolve and take to another level. And thank you so much. I really do appreciate in like this industry communication, where we can actually take the communication to a new level, where we are connecting on various levels and just really showing the retailers, the installers, and our collective clientele that we are passionately engaged for a successful post-COVID recovery.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.